The latest video to go viral on YouTube features a student by the name of Robin Foster, and she is a student at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. She was arguing with her professor about the wording on an exam question, right? Mm-hmm. So she was yelling at her professor, and her professor finally had enough of it. One of the students told her to sit down, and she was upset at that, so she threw a water bottle at the student, and then finally the professor decided to call campus police, okay?
Now the tape starts after she threw the water bottle,
Yes,
right?
this tape starts after she threw the water bottle. You're going to see the situation basically unravel and get pretty bad, but let's watch the video and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Look, you going and doing all this is unnecessary. I ain't say nothing to you rude until you went back at me and started yelling. I'm sorry that I don't hold my tongue.
That's not the point. The point is that you're...
If I feel disrespectful, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I feel disrespectful, I'm going to come right back at you. I'm sorry.
Well, now you gotta leave.
I don't have to leave nowhere. I paid to fucking be here. What are you talking about?
You're disrupting and you're threatening...
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I threatened this bitch right here.
And
what
you
does that
threatened
do with
you threatened everyone else.
You have an entire room full of people here.
I don't care. You can't, and all you're doing is making me constantly get more and more uncomfortable and angry. You're making me continue to do this. When I dropped this shit a long time ago, and then she interrupted and went to it. You could have been went on.
No, that's not.
You could have been went on with your
I'm
lecture.
in charge of the class. I told you to leave.
Keep talking to me.
But you don't have to argue back. You
I
don't.
sat here and shut the fuck up, and then she started talking to you.
No, I just said that we should just take a break.
Nah, fuck that shit. She was just talking to you. She just asked so she's saying to stay. Every time I said yes a long time ago. And then she continued to argue with me.
You're missing the point. You disrupted the class. You threatened other students. You need to leave. I told you you could leave on your own volition, or I could call campus police. I told you a number of times we can continue this conversation later. Because it specifically has to do...
It was not a specific question. It was about the actual question.
Right.
It was how you worded the question. Obviously, I didn't understand the question. I think that that's a very vague question. That is not a specific question. If I had asked you, why did you write which is where on my exam, that's specific.
Right.
In
But
my
I already
personal
answered
opinion.
your question. You just didn't like my answer.
Because I didn't think that was a correct answer, because that's not,
Right,
I mean,
but I'm the instructor, and I specifically just said what the answer was.
well, you don't know what the hell laundry list means by definition, so I guess.
Well, this lady will not leave. She's threatened students in the class.
I ain't did shit. And I'm not going nowhere, so you're going to have to carry my ass out if you want to, because I paid for classes just like everybody else did. Get the fuck out of my face. Yeah. What are you doing?
Hey, that is...
What?
Get
Get your hands off of me! I'm not even...
on the ground!
I'm not even fighting!
Get down on the ground! Hey, you don't have to put it on the ground with you.
I said I would go with you. What are you
said
doing?
we're gonna pull you out of the school.
What?
Get on the ground. Put your hands on your back.
What are you doing? Because I said that I'm not coming out of this class.
Relax.
You're tapping me to the ground.
Relax. Relax a bit.
You injured, ma'am?
Yeah.
How are you injured?
I don't know. Maybe because you're putting your fucking knee in my back?
Okay.
Holding you down.
You need an ambulance.
I'm not fighting with you. Why the fuck are you holding me down?
You need an ambulance.
Yes, I do.
For what?
Because you're putting your fist in my goddamn back, and I did not even fight with you. So what the hell are you doing?
Are you going to continue to fight with me?
No, take the goddamn handcuffs off of me. I didn't say I was.
We're going to roll you on our side.
So wait, hold on. Wait. Why do you have cuffs on me?
Roll onto your side. Get on your knees. Get both your knees out.
Both your knees up.
Roll onto your knees. Roll onto your knees.
Why do you have cuffs on me?
Stand up.
No, pause. Why
You're
do you
under
have
arrest for disorderly conduct.
for disorderly conduct?
Yep.
What did I do?
You're threatening
Stand up
to
right now.
you're causing a disturbance in the classroom.
Stand up.
Oh, that
Stand up.
bitch is going.
Stand up.
And you're continuing. Where's her stuff?
There's nothing wrong.
Does anyone know whose stuff?
Yes, I do.
Which, this is hers? This is hers?
All right. Now, I got a lot of strong opinions on that, but I'm going to let you go first.
No, I want you to go first, actually.
All right, I will then. All right. First off, the reason why these become huge events is because of YouTube. Okay, if there weren't any YouTube and they didn't film it and put it up on YouTube, I'm sure this kind of stuff happened all the time before. Okay, now who's at fault? Look, did I used to argue with my teachers before? Hell yeah. Okay, and I can tell you 100 funny stories and how I'm yelling in the middle of a class here. I'll tell you a quick one. All right, I think it was 7th grade English class. The teacher accuses me of cheating, and then I lose it, and and I screaming at her in the middle of the class, and then Marin Foyer, I believe, in the middle of my rant, was like, Jang. I said, what's up? She's like, your fly's open. I was like, oh no.
Oh, I remember that story.
Disaster.
So you started in 7th grade?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And were you cheating?
And I'm like, what do I need to cheat for? I got an A average here. Who are you accusing? Da, da, da. Yeah, I was cheating. Okay, now, but like once you get worked up in the middle of something, right, it's hard, especially as a kid, to recognize, hey, wait a minute, I was cheating, right? She totally stone cold busted me. Anyway, but there are bounds of reason. When the authorities come, you got to go. I mean, what my favorite part of it was she says, you're going to have to carry my ass out. So they go to carry her ass out. She's like, what are you doing?
Right.
What, you told them to carry your ass out, so what did you expect them to do? Now, on the other hand, don't get me wrong. A couple of warnings, campus police, they got in there and they were like, boom, bam, right on the ground, right? I'm like, look, say, hey, you know what, look, we really got to go. If we don't, we're going to have to handcuff you. We're going to have to get physical. You don't want that, right? Give me that a little bit, right? So there's no question that they were a little harsh and that they were acted too quickly. Having said that, I mean, I loved her attitude. She's like, well, I didn't threaten anybody except this bitch right here.
Yeah. She was out of line. So much of that video was her being out of line. And I understand, sometimes professors will do something that you feel is unfair, and it turns into a heated argument. But look, as soon as you start cussing and yelling and acting crazy and throwing water bottles at classmates that want you to just sit down, that's when you're acting out of line, and that's when you're going to get consequences. And
she's like, look, I dropped this shit a long time ago. No, you didn't. Every time there was an opportunity to drop the shit, you went on and on and on. It's like, just don't get surprised is all I'm saying, right?
Right.
You throw things at people at this day and age, right, and they call campus security, and then you tell them to haul your ass out, they're going to. Now, you're lucky you didn't get tased. Okay, keep it real.
She is lucky that she didn't get tased. I mean, how many of those taser stories have we heard about?
Right.
But look, even when she was in handcuffs, I don't know if you caught this part, even when she was in handcuffs, and she was asking, why are you guys, arresting me? Why are you guys arresting me? Somebody said disorderly conduct. And then whoever said disorderly conduct, she looked at that person and said, that bitch is going down. As she's in handcuffs.
You got 3 cops around you. You're just yelling at them. Why did they get you down? You're like, that bitch is going down. Another one of my favorites was pause. She's like in the middle. She's like, pause. What's happening here? Why am I in handcuffs? All right. Look, again, having said that, just cops, just give them a chance, man. Like, she'd already packed her bags, too, right? I think you could have talked her out of the room. I really do, without having gone full steam ahead instantly. So both sides acted a little questionably, but not a federal case. Just because it's on YouTube and everybody's talking about it, it becomes this giant issue.